Hello, it's Friday the 4th. I'm FxPlew and this is the market brief. So Starmer's had a week, hasn't he? Indeed, he's had a fairly wretched first year, but he does still have a bit of time on his side there. However, where he will be very well aware that his critics have gained traction this week, many feel that he will have to shift away from his populist approach and adhere to more traditional Labour principles if he's to remain in charge of the party come 2029. To underline that threat, Jeremy Corbyn is launching a new hard left party and he's taking Zara Sultana with him. She resigned from Labour Party last night. Where Reform has carved out harder right support from the Tories, so they hope to take some of the harder left supporters from Labour. And polls suggest they could capture as much as 10% of the vote already, so Starmer would do well to take that threat seriously. Over in the US, yesterday's payrolls data provided an upside surprise. We saw 147,000 new jobs created against a forecast of 110,000, and Ricky Nelson took the top spot in the sweepstake where his bid was closest to the pin. Well done indeed to you, Ricky. But the data was interesting. It's like every time the market thinks perhaps Trump has finally exerted enough pressure for the Fed to cut rates, the economy pipes up and says, not on my watch. Where employment data has supported the case for no cut, it's now down to PCE inflation data, and that's out next week. And dear old Donald is fairly vocal with his opinions of Powell and getting rid of him, but that rather carries a bit of jeopardy. The uncertainty around his tariff policy has encouraged the Fed to sit on their hands, and most Fed members agree with the current wait-and-see approach. So even with the most pro-Trump chairman, there's no guarantee that the other Fed members would vote for what Trump wants. And if, or more likely when, he does finally get rid of Powell, it will also remove him as a scapegoat for any lacking economic growth. One to really mull over in the Oval Office. Meanwhile, in the market, the rates kick off with 136.75 against the dollar, 116.10 against the euro, and euro dollar is around 117.80 on the open this morning. That's it from me, capping off another week. Thank you very much for joining me again. Well done in the sweepstake yesterday. I'll be back again on Monday. All the best.
If you do not have a clue, then just tweet through and ask FxPlew.